This lesson is going over some trapezoid review that we have covered before, but I just wanted to give you a quick refresher. So here's our trapezoid. It has two bases, it has two legs, and a median. Remember the base, that's a base right there, and this is a base right here. The two legs are the sides that are not parallel to each other. And then, of course, the median is the line right in the center, right there. So if there's a median, that means that these two sections of this leg are congruent and these two sections of this leg are congruent. Remember, too, that two angles formed by a leg on the two bases are supplementary. So A would equal 180 minus 125 because we know that those two angles together add up to 180. That means A is going to be 55 degrees. B is 180 minus 100, which is 80 degrees. So these two angles are also supplementary. They add to 180 degrees. Finding the missing angle measures on this one. This is what we call an isosceles trapezoid because these two sides, our two legs, are congruent. That means that we can set the two angles that are also at the bottom of the trapezoid equal to each other. So 2x plus 12 equals 5x minus 63. Remember, this is only if this is isosceles. Now we solve. Let's subtract 2x on both sides and add 63. So this is going to be 75 equals 3x. 25 equals x. That's great, but what about this one up here where there's an n? So we're going to have to plug in 25 for our x's here. We plug it into the left side. 25 times 2 is 50 plus 12 is 62 degrees. And let's check and make sure that these two are congruent. 5 times 25 is 125. Minus 63. 125 minus 63 is 62 degrees. So these are both 62 degrees. And remember what we said about the angles formed by a leg they're supplementary. So that means that this top angle right here must be 180 minus 62, which is 118 degrees. So we found that angle measure, and let's find n while we're at it. So 18n plus 38 has to be 118 degrees. We subtract 38, we get 80. We divide on both sides and reduce, we get n equals 40 over 9. And, it doesn't look very nice, but there's our n, there's our x, and we have all three angle measures there. To find the median, we have to add the two bases together and divide by 2. Remember this guy up here? And maybe I should mark that whole thing. That gives us the median measure. So base 1 is 13, plus base 2 is 18. We have to divide this by 2 to give us x. 13 plus 18 is 31. 31 over 2 does not reduce, and so that is our measure there. Let's try that again, except for this time we have some algebra to do. So base 1, 7, plus base 2, 4x minus 9, all over 2 is x plus 4. Multiply both sides by 2. And let's simplify this 7 minus 9 up here right away since they're like terms. We get a negative 2 plus 4x equals, we multiply this side by 2, make sure you distribute it, 2x plus 8, subtract 2x, add 2, 2x equals 10, x equals 5, so this middle line is 9, and the bottom one is 11, right, because 4 times 5 is 20, minus 9 is 11. Let's try another one. We have a square in this one, x squared plus 1, that's base 1, plus base 2, which is x plus 13, divided by 2 equals 3x plus 4. First thing, multiply both sides by 2. 6x plus 8 on the right side. Let's simplify our like terms on top. X squared plus x plus 14. We need to set this equal to 0 so we can factor it. So subtract 6x, that's going to give us negative 5x. Subtract 8, that's plus 6 equals 0. We're asking here what multiplies to 6 and adds to 5. Right, adds, multiplies. And this is still equal to 0. X must be negative 2 and negative 3. So x equals 2 and 3. So if x is 2, I'm going to grab a different color. If x is 2, then our top measure, 2 squared, is 4, plus 1 is 5. The middle one, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. And the bottom one, 2 plus 13 is 15. If x is 3, the top one, 3 squared, is 9, plus 1 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 is 13. And 3 plus 13 is 16. And there are answers for that.